that is trying to jump the bandwagon now. That we're talking all kinds of shit like Emmanuel Acho.
If your talent does not match your distraction, then they will not make room for you.
And some of you other motherfuckers that are trying to do.
What's good with y'all, man? We're back locked in with another one. And Matt Barnes is out here making sure folks remember exactly what side they picked when it came to Shedeur Sanders. And he's stepping up to address it. You heard it all year. People swearing Shedeur was overrated. They were acting like he should be grateful he even got drafted. They kept pushing that whole he's only here because of Coach Prime narrative and insisting he belonged right where he was on the depth chart earlier in the season. That's literally what the chatter was. They swore up and down that Dylan Gabriel should have been the starter. They insisted Shedeur was going to hit that field and flat out embarrass himself. Man, anything negative you can think of, they threw it at him. That's the energy they had. But now, Shedeur Sanders is in the running for Rookie of the Week. He's staring down 4 huge quarterback matchups. Well, maybe 3. It depends on whether Joe Burrow suits up for that final week. But those next 3 QBs are definitely scheduled to be out there, as long as they stay healthy. So Shedeur now has something real to grind for these last 3 weeks, right? He gets the chance to say, listen, I don't care who comes back, Deshaun Watson or anybody else. Y'all are fighting for that second spot because I'm QB1 heading into next year. And honestly, that's a major win for him, having real stakes on the table. But Matt Barnes is about to light into Emmanuel Acho, because I remember how Acho was beefing with Deion Sanders Jr. all through the draft process and right after. And now he's flipping the script and talking differently about Shedeur. Nick Wright, too, he had his little comments. And here's where Matt Barnes jumps in with what he had to say.
That is trying to jump the bandwagon now. That we're talking all kinds of shit like Emmanuel Acho.
If your talent does not match your distraction, then they will not make room for you.
And some of you other motherfuckers that are trying to do amazing breakdowns now about how good Shedeur is, and we knew this was going to be this, when a month ago you were talking shit and screaming and loud and wrong.
If he wasn't black, I don't think he would have acted like this. You feel me? Because the culturally. But for real though,
yo,
like what white people don't, what white person carries himself like Shedeur? Jackson Thor got some swag to him though.
So that Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel bravado that they got away with their whole careers, their rah-rah shit is okay because it's them, but let a confident young black man come in with the same confidence, someone who was raised for this, was trained for this, and it's arrogance. So all you motherfuckers, there's probably about 5 of us. Maybe I'll go to the second hand. I'm gonna say maybe I didn't see her. Maybe there was 10 of us that have been riding with this Sanders family from the jump, and now that Shedeur is doing this thing, all you punk asses stay on that side you picked because we're not accepting no new entries. I talked to Deion. He said I can be in charge of the fan club. Fuck all y'all. Next subject.
Fuck all y'all, my nigga said. That's right. Fuck all.
A former Jets scout, Daniel Kelly, said 100% bust rate, an immature, passive-aggressive hothead, an NFL practice squad talent with a Hall of Fame name. That was Daniel Kelly. They said former next to his name, right? That's probably because he had dumbass takes like that. Quotes from retired, I used to like Merrill Hodge too. Sanders will be an epic failure. He will set the franchise back at least 2 or 3 years. Set what franchise back? This motherfucking franchise has been set back 50 years, but a 5th round pick is gonna set him back 2 or 3 years. That made a lot of sense, Merrill. And then it's the anonymous people. The anonymous people are bitches. All anonymous. Anyone that does anonymous across the board and anything, you're a bitch. If you're going to talk shit, put your name on it. Sanders was brash and arrogant in his pre-draft interview, so that Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel bravado that they got away with their whole careers, their rah-rah shit is okay because it's them. But let a confident young black man come in with the same confidence, someone who was raised for this, was trained for this, and it's arrogance. So we already know.
Now, Shedeur's whole situation has always been strange to me. Like, something about the way everything unfolded just never added up. The last glimpse we got of Shedeur in college was him staying in a blowout game, battling with his squad until the final whistle. And to me, that said a lot. Meanwhile, Cam Ward did the opposite. And this isn't me trying to tear him down, but he played the first half of his bowl game and sat out the second. And yeah, you don't want to get hurt, but at that point, you might as well have skipped the game altogether. Like, I honestly don't know which look is better, so y'all tell me. Because for me, starting a game and not finishing it feels worse than just letting the backup take everything from snap one. People definitely started side-eyeing Cam Ward after that. And what cracked me up is that right after that moment, not to harp on it, suddenly every single report about Shedeur went negative, whether it was that drama with Brian Daboll allegedly handing him a fake playbook, or the way they claimed he talked to coaches in meetings. That was the narrative. Not me saying it happened, just what they were spreading. Then Eric Dickerson came out saying teams colluded, but Chris Carter pushed back, like, nah, that's the one thing that didn't happen. Nobody teamed up against him. And even some folks who were pro-Shedeur said he could have handled a few things differently during the draft process, but still, falling to the 5th round after being discussed as the #1 pick, that's wild. The reason I even brought up Cam Ward's last game and Shedeur's last game is that at that moment, Shedeur was still being talked about as a potential top pick heading into the draft. So what could have gone so wrong after that final game? That's what I keep asking, especially because the speeding ticket stuff didn't even happen until way after the draft. And let's be real, half the Cleveland roster drives like they're auditioning for Fast and Furious. I'm talking about the lead up to the draft. What did people see, hear, or assume that dropped him that far besides teams plotting on him? I could understand a little slide, like going from top pick to maybe falling to where Pittsburgh picked at 21 or something like that. Okay, that happens. And honestly, I still think it was wild that the Jets went all in on Aaron Rodgers at his age and didn't grab Shedeur anyway. Because even if Rodgers started the whole year, nobody would have called them crazy for drafting Shedeur. So I've always wondered, what could Shedeur possibly have done besides the league pushing back on him for teams to pass on him when his resume spoke for itself? We already saw he was a big-time quarterback with real production at the highest level, no question. And I've always thought the whole way this played out made 0 sense. But honestly, it's dope seeing him land in this spot at the end of the season after everything that went down. If somebody told us he'd be here right now, literally steering his own ship as the year winds down, would we not have taken that deal instantly? After the draft mess, after barely getting first-team reps, after the chaos heading into week 1 with all those QBs on the roster and 0 clarity before Flacco got moved? If we were told Shedeur would be starting in the final 6 weeks and controlling the outcome, tell me we wouldn't grab that with both hands. Yeah, I definitely would have taken that scenario back in week 1. So shout out to Matt Barnes once again for stepping up and speaking on Shedeur's behalf. But at the end of the day, he still has to show up and make these games matter. It feels good to actually be fighting for something, even when the postseason is off the table. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.